Hello traders, welcome to the second strategy of our new playlist, which happens to be Forex trading strategies. Today, we are going to learn a new trading strategy, a trading system that you can use to trade. It's actually from one of the Forex traders who happens to be the gurus or the professionals or whatever name you may want to give to them. So let's see the next strategy. Last week, we saw one of the strategies. Today, we are going to look at the next strategy. Just as I have promised you that in a week, I'll bring you not less than 3 of these strategies in order to speed up for you to get a trading strategy of your own. So let's begin. My name is Kofi, your admin. This is Leading Forex YouTube channel. First of all, let me take you to the notes for us to see this strategy, what it entails, and then the rules set up by the trader or the one who invented or came up with this strategy. So I share my screen with you for us all to see. Okay, so now my screen is here. Let's quickly look at the strategy. So this is the strategy. That is Bollinger Bands, RSI and ADX trading system. This is the strategy. And the name of the strategy comprises 3 indicators. So it means that in this strategy, we are going to be using these 3 indicators. Let's look at the rules set up by this trader for this strategy. It says that this is a Forex scalping trading system based on the Bollinger Bands. Okay, it's what? A scalping trading system. So those of you who are looking for the scalping systems, this is one of, or these indicators combined may give us one of that. Okay, but let's continue with the note. It says the pairs to be traded are the major pairs. In case you want to use this system, you should use the major pairs. The time frame he proposed is the 5-minute time frame. And he's saying that you make sure that the spread for your currency, which you want to trade, should be a maximum of 2 pips. So this is where if you don't have a good broker, you may not be having such a spread. But in case you are looking for a broker to sign up, especially if you're in Africa, and you are looking for a broker that will give you easy deposit and withdrawal methods. If you're also in Europe, you can use these brokers. You can find the link to these 2 brokers at the description of this video. You will see broker 1 and then broker 2. You can choose to sign up with any of them. I am personally signed up to these 2 brokers, and I have accounts with them, and I've been using them for quite some time now. So they are good brokers. In case you don't have a good broker that will give you tight spread, especially broker 2 is one of my favorites, just as broker 1. So you can choose any of the brokers and sign up with in order to have tight spread and easy deposits and withdrawals. Their deposits and withdrawals are all instant. And that is one thing I love about them. Unless it is withdrawal through the bank or deposit through the bank, that your money might delay up to roughly 3 days. That's maximum. In 3 days' time, if it is bank deposit or withdrawal, a maximum of 3 days, your money should be in your account. Okay? So if you need a special good broker to sign up with, you can go to the description of this video and click on broker 1 or broker 2. The links are there for you to sign up. Now, back to the notes. So the indicators has been stated over here. And he's saying that, or whoever, I don't know whether it's a she or he, so permit me to use any, all right? The one is saying that the indicators comes with some specifications. The Bollinger Bands, he's saying that it should be a setup, or the settings should be 20 and 2. So we need to be specific. And then the ADX, he says it should be 14 period. And then the RSI period should be what? 7. So these are the rules given. We'll go to the MT4 and set this up immediately. and look at some practical trades. Today is Tuesday, so the market is opened. So we might be able to test some of these things and see how it goes. All right. And then let's continue. It says that you must only trade this system during London session or New York session. That is also another rule. And then he says that do not scalp 30 minutes before an orange or red news report, but wait for an hour after the news or afterwards. So all he's trying to say is he's trying to say, or she is trying to say, or the one who invented this is trying to say is that make sure that if there's any major news coming and you already know how to look for this news, if you go to Forex Factory calendar, you may be able to have access to these news items that are daily reported. Okay, so I have a video on that already, so I wouldn't talk much about it. So you already know how to get the news or to read the news. The video is on this channel, you can watch. So make sure you don't trade. Maybe you want to trade Euro USD. Okay, if there's any major news on Euro USD, which is maybe on Euro or USD, the one who invented this is saying that you should wait 30 minutes before the news and then wait 1 hour after the news before you enter into the market to trade that currency pair. I think this is clear. And then the setup, it says that price must move above the lower or lower Bollinger Bands. RSI must be above the 70 line or below the 30 line. And then the ADX must be less than 32 at the same time. So these are the rules the one who invented this is giving us. Let's look at a long entry in case you want to enter a buy. He's saying that if you want to enter a buy, make sure that price move below the lower Bollinger Bands. That is the deviation of 2 to the 20 period. And then the RSI must be above the 30 line. And then the ADX must be 32 or less than 32 at the same time. So this will qualify you to take a long entry. A short entry says that price to move above the upper Bollinger Band with the same deviation, RSIs must raise below the 70 line, and then the ADX must be 32 or less than 32 at the same time. So when you have all these criteria meeting, then you have a signal there to go short. So profit. Option 1, exit position when the price touches the middle band. When the price touches the opposite band, 6 pips target profit. Loss, exit, which is your stop loss. So stop loss on high or low entry bar or 7 pips loss. So this should be your stop loss. He's saying that either you give it a stop loss of 7 pip or it should be, the stop loss line should be above or below the candle on which you entered. All right. So we'll look at that quickly in our notes. Quickly subscribe to this channel, and I'm sure more strategies are coming. And I'm taking my time to give you these strategies just because I want you to also get something on your own. Okay. Now we are going to the MT4 to experiment, to set up this strategy and see whether we can use it that way, or maybe we can even do some changes to it. Are we good? Right. So let's go straight to the MT4. All right. Let me stop share and go to the MT4. The MT4, where are you? Okay, so this is the MT4. Good. All right. So our MT4 is here. And the setup says, or the trading system says that we need to have 3 indicators. The first one is the Bollinger Band. The Bollinger Band. So let's go look for the Bollinger Band. Bollinger Band. Okay. So when you come to the navigator column here, okay, let me just close all this so that you can see. So when you come to the navigator column here, you go to indicators. Under the indicators, you can look for trend. Under trend indicator, you will find this Bollinger Band here. So this is the Bollinger Band. Is that okay? So under trend, you will find Bollinger Bands here. So when you double click on it, it should come up. And then he's saying that the parameters should be what? 20 and 2. So the deviation should be 2, the period should be 20. And then you click OK. Okay, so we have our Bollinger Band on the chart right now. As for the color, you can change it to whatever color you want, okay? So when it comes to the color aspect, maybe if you want to edit this indicator, all you need to do is just right-click on your chart like this, go to indicator list, then you come to the Bollinger Band, you click on it to highlight, then you come to edit, and then you can edit whatever you want to edit. So if you want to change the color to a different color, you can easily do that here, okay? Let's say you want to change it to maybe pink. Where is pink? Pink, hot pink, okay? Violet, medium, okay. It's like, okay, you let me just pick this. You see that the color has changed, right? You see that the color has changed. So if you want to change or edit anything, that is how to do in terms of changing something on the indicators. Is that okay? So our Bollinger Band is set. The next tool we need is our RSI, right? It says the RSI. This one, the indicators are already installed or custom indicators. So you don't need to install the indicators anywhere. Is that okay? Let me say that before I forget. So you go to look for RSI is here. And the RSI, he says the input must be what? 14. So the input must be 14, right? Okay. 14. Is that what he said? I think it's 7, right? Let me check and be sure. I really want to be sure. Where is it? It says, okay. The RSI must be 7, not 14. Okay. The RSI must be 7. So we'll edit it. So you right click, you go to indicator list. This RSI, you highlight and edit. The period must be 7. So we change it to 7. And then we click OK. Okay. Now this is the RSI, 7. And then the last one is the ADX. The ADX is also under trend indicators, okay? Under trend indicators, you see average directional movement index. That is the ADX. Average directional movement index. That is the same as ADX. So you double click on this. And then the ADX, it says you should have a line of 32. So all you need to do is to come to the level column here. He said the parameter must be 32. So you come to the level here, then you add, then you put 32 here. That should be the line, okay? So maybe you can change the color of the line to any color you want. Let me use this. Then I click OK. So this is the ADX. So you see the 32 line. Okay, let me change the line because it looks like the line will conflict a bit. So let me change the color of the line to maybe what color? Yellow. Let me use yellow and see. Okay, yellow is better, right? Okay, let's use the yellow color. Are we good? Okay, so our setup is done. The chart here, we have the Bollinger Band, we have the RSI with 7 period, and then we have the ADX 14, but the 32 line is also there, which is the yellow line you are seeing in the middle. So now we go to the time frame. He's saying that the time frame must be 5 minutes. This is the 5-minute time frame. Now the rule says that to get a long entry, according to the setup or the tools or the strategy, it says that the candles must come and touch below the Bollinger Band or above the Bollinger Band, which is this one. So either the up line or the down line must be touched. That is the first rule. So which currency is this? We are looking at GBP chef on the 5-minute. So the down line was touched from this angle, right from this point. And then he's saying that if you want to place a buy, the RSI must move above the 30 line, which is here. So it crossed here. here. And then the ADX must be below 30. So you can see the red line and then the green line are all below the 30. So that is also correct. So it was 30. The red line came below the 30 here. Are we good? If you watch well, you see that the red line crossed and came back down below the 30. And then the green line was also below 30. You often don't look at this line, the other line here. It is often not considered, but you look at the red and then the green line. So they must be below 30. Is that not it? So this becomes our entry point. So this will be our entry point. Okay. So let me clear. If you have to go for a buy, that is what this tool is saying, that you take a buy here, somewhere here. Yes. So this will be your buy point. So if you had taken a buy here, he's saying that it should give a stop loss of what? A stop loss of 7 pip. So 7 pip to the downside. This is 4. Okay, let me zoom this one so that we can get a 7 pip and see. So down here, you took an entry here, down 7 pip. This is 7 pip here. So your stop loss will be somewhere here. Are we good? So let me put our stop loss line and see. Somewhere here. Let's see whether we'll get 7 pip from where I put the blue line. Okay, that is 6 pips. So 1 more pip down. Okay, even if we are using 6 pips, even if we choose to use 6 pips, so we would have gotten a buy entry here on this. So a buy here, what do you expect? It says when its price comes to the middle band, you should close. So the middle line, when price gets to the middle line, so the price came to the middle line somewhere here. So that is 11 pips. This is 11 pips. If you are looking at here, this is around 6 pips. Or somewhere here, that's 5 pips. But you would have closed it in profit. If you wanted this one here, maybe 11 pips or 12 pips, you would have closed it here. All right. So currently, I'm recording this video during the New York session. And if you look at the New York session, you would have gotten an entry here, or you would have also gotten an entry here. An entry here, because over here too, if you look at it, over here, it was still on the 30, above the 30, not below 30. And then the Bollinger distance was, the ADS was also still below the 32. So this place would have also given you an entry to go by. And if you went by here, you would have made 12 or 10 pips or 16 pips. Okay. Or better still, you would have taken your trade here when the trade was almost touching the downline here. So maybe you would have taken your trade here. And with this one too, you would have made about 17 pips. If you are not considering the middle line, but considering the upper line, you would have made about 14 pips here. So this is the strategy the owner of this strategy is saying. That's the rules he's saying. Let's pick another pair and see. Let's say maybe Euro USD. It says this Euro USD. Okay. Now the rules are still the same. You say if you want to take a sell, the upper band must be touched. So the upper band got touched from here upwards. Once the upper band is touched, the rule says that after the upper band is touched, look for your RSI must also come below the 70. So it was somewhere here, it came below 70. Okay, came below 70 here, and then went back up above 70, and then came back below 70 here. So somewhere here would have been your entry point. Okay, so what of this? Okay, the two were all below the 32 here. If you look at it, it came back below 32 here. So all this while, it was all below 32 here. So let's look at this and see whether we would have made some profit. So our entry would have been somewhere here. Yes. So somewhere here, it has already moved away from the, if you look at it, it had already moved away from the upper Bollinger Band. So a sell here, it came down only 3 pips and went back against you up to 9 pips, 9 pips against you. So if your stop loss was still the 7 pips, you would have lost this one, because the 7 pips stop loss, the trade went against you 10 pips and then came back in your favor. And now currently it's moving in your favor about 7 pips. So far as this is still down, this is still below the 70 coming down, and these two are also below 30. It gives you an indication to still continue a sell. So I don't know if there will be a need to do some tweak to the stop loss. If you decide not to use 7 pips stop loss, but maybe 10 pips stop loss or 15 pips stop loss, then it means that the first trade and this trade, you wouldn't lose it. Yes, it means you wouldn't lose this trade over here. So that would have been how you can make the profit using this tool over here. But is there anything we can also do? Is there some settings we can do or some tweaks that we can do to this? Let me also do my own tweaks and do my own tweaks, and let's see what we can do. With my own tweaks, what I would suggest is that let's remove this RSI. Yeah, let's remove this RSI. I'm just trying to show you my own tweak if I'm to use this. After studying what the owner of this tool said, if I'm to do my own tweaks, I'll take off the RSI, and then also I'll change the settings. I can choose to use the 5 minutes or the 15 minutes or whatever. You can choose to use any of the time frames, okay? But assuming we will want to use my style, if I'm to use the same setup, this is what I will use it, or this is how I will use it. The ADX, it has a line. And if you all be sincere, you can see a line here, which is the yellow line, which is 32. Apart from the yellow line, which is 32, there is also a 0 point here. Can you see where I'm pointing the arrow? I'm sure you can all see where I'm pointing the arrow. The down here, you can see some 0 over here. And then when you look at the top corner here, up here, you can see some number, which is 56. So you can see some 56 up here and then 0 below here. I'm sure we can all see that. Good. Okay, fine. Now we are going to consider those numbers. If I want to do this, use this setup, I'll consider those numbers. So here is 56, right? So what I will be looking out for is this other line here, which we said we were not going to use, which is this line here. You see this line here? We are going to be considering this line. And then we will leave the 2 red and green line here. We are not going to consider them, but we will consider the other line here, which I have pointed the arrows to. We'll consider those lines, okay? Or that line, sorry, that line. So what are we going to do? What we are going to do is that, first of all, we will look for rule 1. If we are looking for a buy entry, listen to my rules. This is not the trader's rules, but my rules. If I'm going to go for a buy entry, I'm looking for the down part of the Bollinger Band to be touched, okay? I'm looking for the down part of the Bollinger Band to be touched. I'm looking for buy entry. That is the first thing I'll be looking for. The down part of the Bollinger Band should be touched. And then secondly, I'll be looking for this line here to come up to almost the 56 number that you see here. This number you are seeing here is for only Euro USD. And this number sometimes changes. It doesn't remain the same. So I'm looking forward to this up line here to rise up to that level, which is somewhere here. Do you see it? Once this line rises up to that number, that level, okay, and then price is also touching the down part of the Bollinger Band, I will enter a buy. Okay, so if I'm going to enter a buy, then I'll be looking at somewhere here. Do you see it? You see the line here? So the line came up to that 56 level. Sometimes I may look at when the line even gets closer to the 56. If the number is 56, I'm looking at when price gets to somewhere 54, 55. From 54 upwards, I'll begin to look for an entry. Do you understand? Once the figure is 56, once it gets closer to a difference of 2, so at this point, when it gets to somewhere 54 or 55, I'll begin to look for the entry. And then at the same time, so over here, it came here to that 56 level. Let's even see whether it was exactly 56 at that level. Okay, let's be sure. At that level, it came to 54. You understand? Like I was telling you, it came to 54. So from 54 upwards, between 54, 55, 56, I'll be looking for an entry. So I'll be taking it at 54 here. So my entry will be here on the ADX. And then the Bollinger Band too, I'm looking for that touch at the same time here. So that's touch here. So this will be my entry. And so if I take an entry at that level, a buy here, and then I'm looking to close or to exit when the price comes to touch the upper Bollinger Band, which is the upper line over here. This is a live market. So we are doing forward testing. Okay. So my entry will be here. So buy, I'll buy here to the upper touch. And this is 18 pips. 18 pips. Are we good? 18 pips. From there, the trade came back to almost our entry. It bypassed our entry a bit and then went back again up to about 30 pips. But I will just exit here at 18 pips. I'm done. So if I give it even a take profit of 15 pips, I'm good. But I'm looking for a touch at the upper band here. So 18 pips will be a win. And then I'll give it a stop loss of 10 or 15 pips. 10 or 15 pips stop loss. So this would have been a win. Are we good? Let's look at the same pair that we used, which was the GBP chef. GBP chef, where are you? GBP chef is here. So this one too, I'm looking at the same thing. So the touch, this one is 59. The figure here is 59. At the right-hand side there, the figure is 59. So the Euro USD was 56, but this one is 59. So I'm looking at this line to come to that level, which is somewhere here. Do you see it? Good. All right. So this will be my entry point somewhere here. Now, if that becomes my entry point on the ADX, at this point, price had almost touched the Bollinger Band from here up to here. So it means all these times that it was touching the Bollinger Band, I wouldn't enter. The reason is because this line was still moving upwards. It hasn't gotten to the 59 level. So I wouldn't enter. So I'm waiting for it to get to that upper level. So when it gets to somewhere 57, 58. So at this level, it was 56.8, which is almost 57. So from this point onwards, I'll be looking for that entry. So this would be my entry here, buy, because it has already touched the Bollinger Band right from this point up to this level. So there is no need waiting for a touch again. So my buy will be here. Okay, are we good? My buy will be here. I would buy here. And then I'm waiting for a touch at the upper band, which is somewhere here. So this will be 14 or 15 pips. And then it came against me only 5 pips. So my stop loss of 10 pips wouldn't have been hit. So I would have made 14 or 15 pips from this trade. If I still decided to wait, the up here, it has gone to about 19 or 20 pips. I'm sure you can see the scenario. Good. Let's pick another pair. Which one do I even pick? Let's pick the volatile ones, Euro card. Okay, good, Euro card. Now, Euro card, I'm looking for the same thing. Euro card is 54. The upper figure here is 54. So I'm looking for this figure here, 54. So I'm looking for the line to come up to that level, which was somewhere here. You see it? 54. Good. So 54, this will be it. All right, let me put the line there. Oh, come on, not this one here. It should go up. I want it to move up to that level. So 54 will be somewhere here. Good. So this is where it got up to that level. And then at the same time, it was touching the downline of the Bollinger Band. So already it was, Bollinger Band was getting ready, waiting for the ADX. So the ADX also became ready over here. So that becomes my entry point. So I would have taken a buy here. So a buy to the upside, to the upper band here, this is 34 pips or 35 pips. And then it came against me, what? None. This would have been a straight win, straight up. I'm sure you are loving this. Is my good? I don't know, but let's try one more. Let me look for some other pairs. GBP USD, a lot of people look for this pair. Good, let's use this one. GBP USD, the price number here is 42 on the ADX. So I'm looking for from 40 upwards. So this is the level. Let's look at the level it came up to. This level here is 39.40. So 40.13. So 40 point, so it would have been here. Now, look at it. The point at which it touched here, it has also gone to touch the upper band. So this means that I am looking for a sell. I'm not looking for a buy because it has come to touch the upper band here. So I'm looking for what? A sell. Because it has also gotten to that 42 level here. So I'm looking for a sell. So this would have been a sell entry. So I would have taken my sell here on this level here, a sell. So if I had taken my sell here, it only went against me 3 pips and came into profit 30 pips. 30 pips. Still running. This is all today. Today is Tuesday, I think 22nd, right? Today's date is 22nd, right? I want to be sure. Yes, today's date is 22nd November, Tuesday. So today, you would have made a lot of trades. So this would have given you 30 pips profit. It only went against you 4 or 3 pips. Which other pair should I choose? Which one? I don't know. Okay, USD JPY. USD JPY. Okay, that one was somewhere here. Somewhere here. Look at it. Somewhere here. Look at it. Somewhere here. Somewhere here. All right. Good. So you already know the scenario now. So let me not waste my time. So my entry would have been a buy here because it was touching the Bollinger Band down, 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 down up to this level. So this would have been a buy here. So buy. I'm looking for it to touch the upper band. It came 14 pips, but didn't touch the upper band. And then came back and then went against me 15 pips. 15 or 16. 15 or 16 pips. Would you have taken the 14 pips? Or you would have still waited? Because it came against us up to about 15 pips, but still went back into profit. Look at the level. The second touch was here. This was where it touched. It actually touched here of about 18 pips. 18 pips. Or further up to about 29 to 30 pips. So you see this strategy. Once you can manage your risk well, I'm sure you can make some good profits if you want to use it the way I am suggesting. But the way I am telling you to use it is as a result of testing it and tweaking it to see which other way we can use it. So that is how, let me share this with you. That is how you can test strategies. When you get hold of someone's strategy, you need to find out, okay, this is how the person says we should use it. Is there a way I can use it differently from how the person said I should use it? Because the previous one, he said we should use 3. I have deleted the RSI. I've taken out the RSI and decided to change the rules to suit my rules. So this is how you can equally test strategies. Don't stick to what the person said should be used. Try and ask yourself if you can also change it and use it another way around. Now you've known 2 ways to use it. Is there any other way you can use it? Let me know at the comment section, or try to think about any other way you can use these tools that I have just given, because I have given you the way I would have used it. Is there any other way you can also use it? That is how we test strategies, and then we arrive at good strategies. Okay, so I am doing all this for you free on this channel, and I'm sure what I'm doing now, you will really love it, because I'm still using the 5-minute time frame. So if you switch to maybe 15-minute time frame, you may get more pips in terms of profit. So that one on the 15-minute time frame, maybe you may look for 30 pips and the rest. You understand? But this is still on the 5 minutes I have just used and demonstrating to you. The time frame is still the same, 5 minutes. So this is a scalping strategy. It's the second strategy I'm sharing with you. I've told you I have a strategy playlist. We did the first strategy last Saturday or Sunday, you remember? So this is the second video. I've told you I have about 1,000 strategies I'm going to share with you here. If you don't subscribe, I don't know which other channel you may be subscribing. So subscribe, hit the notification bell, give me a thumbs up for this video, and make sure you recommend this video to other people. Tell other traders that you found a channel that is trying to help, and let other people also join. Until then, I'll come your way with the third strategy. Make sure you stay glued here. The third strategy is coming. But once you learn these strategies, let me say this before I forget. Test them, use them. Try to use them any other way you think you can. Tweak it differently to see how best it can be used to help you as a trader. My name is Kofi, your admin. If you want one-on-one mentorship, the cost involved is $100. Yes, that is one-on-one mentorship. $100. All right. Until then, I will see you again with the next strategy. Stay glued here, and I love you all. Thank you.